All right, what's up, fam? Say, welcome to the Ragsdale's channel with another, I like to say, a news report. I like to call these Make It Make Sense. Y'all know I work in the education system, and I'm real peculiar about my own, our young black men. Yo, y'all check out this story coming out of the home front in Frisco, Texas, out there at Memorial High School out there in Frisco. Y'all check this out. This just happened, I think, this past Wednesday. So y'all check this out. Y'all make this make sense to me.
The Frisco Memorial High School community gathered tonight in grief after the stabbing death of a teenager at a track meet.
Another teenager, a student at Frisco Centennial, is now charged with the murder. 17-year-old Austin Metcalf's twin brother was at the track with him. His family says he died in his brother's arms. Fox 4's Amelia Jones spoke with the victim's father and is live in Frisco tonight. Amelia.
Steve, Heather, 17-year-old Austin Metcalf had a bright future ahead of him. He was a leader on the football field and a scholar in the classroom. His dad told me he's holding on to memories and leaning deep on his faith as he tries to wrap his mind around this senseless tragedy.
He was going to turn out to be a great individual and impact this world with positivity.
17-year-old Austin Metcalf was voted MVP of the Frisco Memorial High School varsity football team. The linebacker held a near-perfect GPA and was in the National Honor Society.
He was on the right track. He was doing everything right. I was so proud.
Jeff Metcalf never imagined that his son's future would be cut short.
I'm still in shock.
Wednesday morning, Austin Metcalf was at a District 11 5A track meet at Kirkendall Stadium. Around 10 a.m., Frisco police say 17-year-old Carmelo Anthony stabbed Metcalf in the chest after some sort of fight. Jeff Metcalf says it was Austin's twin brother, Hunter Metcalf, who tried to save him.
And his brother was holding him, trying to hold the blood in, and he passed. My son watched his brother die in his arms.
It's unclear how Anthony got the knife into the meat or what exactly led up to the fight. Anthony is now facing first-degree murder charges, and Jeff Metcalf
It was the best weekend ever.
Is only left with memories.
I was able to watch and be blessed so much. But having both my sons are amazing.
When Jeff Metcalf was diagnosed with cancer 9 years ago, his boys were his strength. Now cancer-free, it's his faith that's keeping him strong.
And when I kissed his forehead today, as his body was cold, I ran my fingers through his hair. I told him it's not goodbye. It's see you later. I'll join you at some point too, son. You just beat me to this place.
Wednesday night, the family's church opened its doors for the community to gather for a prayer vigil to honor a young man whose life touched so many.
But I know he's with the Lord. And I take comfort and peace in that.
Now, I think it's an update on this, y'all, but before I show y'all that update, I can relate to both sides of this, and if you can't relate to it, but it's so many aspects on it. I can go on this all day because I don't have to be there to know what happened because I'm around children. First of all, you at a track meet, neither one of these young men was participating in it. And I'm around our people. Y'all, we walk around, we moody. Wow, you could switch your attitude all the time. Men don't have menstrual cycles. So we got to be sound mind. Say, man, don't be like, bow, attitude change that quick. A little disagreement. Boom. He did something that changed his life forever. Y'all see how the system is doing? We've already seen this young man's face on the screen, and they raised this kid. I'm not saying he wasn't a good kid, but they raised him up on a pedestal like he's doing good and he's doing that. Now, I know y'all gonna say, well, da-da-da-da. Well, my son was murdered by the police. He had no criminal history. They didn't say he had no big future. They did not say he had no big future. No one came to me to see how I felt about my son who had no criminal history, no nothing with the law. And all of a sudden he was unalive. But now, all of a sudden, and I'm not putting a value, my heart goes out to that dad because I'm right there where he is. Violence is violence. This wasn't from cancer. This wasn't from a disease. This wasn't suicide. He was unalive by someone else. But we got an update. Let's look at this update on this. Say we got to do better with our young black men. Y'all see he had dreads. For real. Don't get dreads until you get what's inside of your head right.
WFAA has obtained new court documents revealing how Austin Metcalf was stabbed to death at a track meet in Frisco. Police say another teenager had fresh blood on his finger when they found him at Kirkendall Stadium.
The affidavit shows that when officers arrived, Carmelo Anthony told them he got into an argument with Metcalf. And when the arresting officer said he had the alleged suspect in custody, Anthony replied, "I'm not alleged. I did it."
But Anthony told officers he only acted in self-defense and asked them if Metcalf was okay.
Several witnesses paint a different picture, and Metcalf's father told Matt Howerton he is not buying the excuse.
I had a dream last night. And Austin came to me and said, "I'm okay." It gives me peace. Doesn't mean I don't hurt.
The last 24 hours, unimaginable for Austin Metcalf's father, his mother, his twin brother.
Right now, I'm really numb and I really don't feel anything. I just have to function.
Metcalf, just 17 when he arrived at Frisco ISD's district track meet Wednesday. His final breaths taken before 11 a.m., police say, after being stabbed to death by a fellow Frisco ISD student, 17-year-old Carmelo Anthony, now charged with first-degree murder.
My world's a little shattered.
An argument over where Anthony was sitting while the meet experienced a rain delay sparked a confrontation between the teen and Metcalf. According to arrest paperwork, Anthony sitting underneath Metcalf's team tent. You could see it from the air when we flew over the crime scene. Metcalf from Memorial High, Anthony from Centennial. A witness telling police Metcalf told Anthony to move from under the team's tent because he didn't go to their school. The witness telling police Anthony grabbed his bag, opened it, and reached inside and proceeded to tell Austin, "Touch me and see what happens." Investigators writing that Metcalf grabbed Anthony to tell him to move and that Anthony pulled out a black knife and stabbed Austin once in the chest and then ran away. When officers arrived, the knife was found and police say Anthony admitted to what happened, but said this to police: "He put his hands on me. I was protecting myself," even asking another officer if what happened could be considered self-defense.
What do you expect? If you're caught, the best thing you're going to do is try to lie your way out of it.
Metcalf's father telling me self-defense is not a reasonable excuse.
The truth will come out. There were too many people that were there that saw what happened. My own son told me.
In Frisco, I'm Matt Howerton.
Yeah. Y'all see that? Y'all, I was saying we got to learn to get our mind right before we keep our hair and everything. Brother man got his hair tight. That's a nice little fro. He working. You know, I'm pretty sure his mommy paid for that. But as a black man, I'm just tell y'all the truth. Because see, this is my platform. Because I'm not free in America to speak my mind and have an opinion. I'm always be questioned. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a black man. First of all, what you doing with a knife at a track meet? You're in Frisco, not in Oak Cliff or South Dallas. See, that's what a father will tell a son. There's certain areas where you might need to protect yourself. But then there's certain areas that, and I can say this because I've worked in all of the areas in the Metroplex. Yes. Griff lives right there in Frisco right now. Come on now. Say a disagreement. And don't get me wrong. He said that the boy put his hands up. Hey, that's a lesson in this. Keep your hands to yourself. You ain't nobody's mama or daddy. It's a lesson in that. But as a black man in America, let me talk to you. I'm not your mama. I'm going to tell you, sometimes you need to do this. Because if you fight somebody heads up and his twin brother, they get on you because they going to get on you if they real twins. Take the L, but live free. Now, you done took a life and your life is over, young man. As you know it, your life is over. And you've affected your mom, who you supposed to love and supposed to love you and teach you. I ain't even going to say father. Because I just can't believe. And if he is, forgive me, and I hope it, but I doubt it. If his biological father is in the home. Say, before you wear your twisted up dreads, get your mind right before you get your hair done. It's only a stereotype if it's not true. You're at a school event in Frisco. I know y'all don't know Frisco, but that's the well-to-do area. You don't have to act like that out there. But you know what? He was already on edge. We got to stop teaching our young people. We can snap, change our attitude and snap at people and don't even realize we doing it. And say, just because I'm doing it, that's a bully mentality. The Bible says that a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Be stable. What you getting all swole up? The dude just asked you to move out the tent. Move out the tent. Now, somebody going to say, well, he put his head, but I bet you, because I've been around it and I've been 16 and 15 and 17 first. It didn't go like that. We don't know how many BITCHs, MFs, what's up, fool, what's up. Probably the N-word was thrown out there. Come on. Let's just be real about it. Some challenges was put up there. Old boy looked like a little puny, skinny little mama's boy. That's why he pulled a knife out and jugged the dude. Now, you know he wasn't about that life. Because y'all noticed they said when they got him, he said, it's self-defense. Man, what female done taught you that? That's some female thinking. Boy, when you stab somebody and you a black man, that's not self-defense. I'm going to just go ahead and be forthright. Lord, don't let me lose my occupation and all this for being straight up. But you say, you're not going to be in Frisco, Texas at a school event and stab a white and be able to say it was self-defense. You going to prison, or either they going to under you, they going to unalive you. Come on. That's the truth. I know somebody got their opinions. But him listening to some, don't let no. If that dude didn't haul off and punch you, homeboy, don't turn around and stab him in the chest. He said he grabbed his backpack. And the first thing we want to do is be bad. Somebody, don't put your hands on that. Say, now, see, that's not level-headed. We raising our boys to be some bitch bullies. And then we gonna justify it. We gonna, oh yeah. You don't love that boy. His life is over. His life is over. It was 2 lives ended here. And we'll turn around, he did the right. No, he did not do the right thing. That was not the right thing to do. This boy played football. Everybody knows that football players, they have a whole lot of testosterone. So they'll get with you. I know I played with some white boys in Muskogee that they could fight. It was some white boys that you better bring your lunch. They'll swing on you. You ain't got to stab them, but you sure got to put your boots up and fight them. Because they ain't no punks. They on weightlifting programs. Don't bring that old female spirit to them. You got to come. My daddy always said, don't let your mouth write a check that your butt can't cash. Look, if I feel I got to pick up something on you, I'm going to avoid you altogether. I ain't going to fool with you. I ain't going to fool with you. Now, if you put your hands on me, I'm going to put my hands on you. We live in a society now where cameras is everywhere. If he put his hands on that boy and that boy turned around and put his hands on him, it's on camera. I'm sorry, he got a black eye, but I was just defending myself. Well, what did he do? He put his hands on me. What did you do? I put my hands on him. Hello, as OG Percy would say. Hello. But now you got a father sitting at the house, and I can relate to his pain. I can relate. That dream he say he had, y'all, that's real. That's real. That stuff is real. I had a dream too. All that stuff is real. People are mourning over a boy. Huh? See, excuses like buttholes. We all have them. Some work, some don't. But the fact is, you got to carry and conduct yourself as a respectful human being. Let me tell y'all something. And y'all know I'm telling the truth. Y'all, again, in the comments, tell me if I'm wrong. Man, it's some people that just walk around with doo-doo attitudes. You can ask them anything, and they'll snap on you. That's a bully mentality. We got to stop raising our kids with that feminine, messed up spirit. A real man will walk away from situations. Huh? A young man, a young boy with a daddy in the house will be taught to walk away. Don't start nothing that you can't finish. And if you feel you need a weapon for it, you don't need to be even doing it anyway. That's wrong warfare. Don't jump into that warfare. It was a track meet, not a gang war. If you go into a track meet and you got a weapon on you anyway, what are you going for? Bing, 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 bing. It's only a stereotype if it's not true. If you in Frisco, Texas, and you running scared at Memorial High, I've been there several times. I've sat in tournaments, track meets, football games. It is not a feeling of danger nowhere there. If you stay in your place, others will stay in their place. For real. Just because you out there with them don't mean you're a part of it. Somebody will get that in the morning. We need to teach our children at the house how to conduct themselves. For real. Because now, that boy's life is over. Say, they set that booger up. Hey, that made me sad. Man, they did a documentary on this dude. That was deep. Man, they made him look like he was the second coming of Christ. But everybody that got children know good and well your child ain't all that. I don't care if he got good grades or not. They ain't all that. They did some some noise talking. But see, when it's a man in the house, a man will show you, hey, you might lose that fight. But fight. You ain't gotta unalive nobody to prove no point to nobody. No, you're not tough. Walking away don't mean you're a punk. Walking away just says you free another day. We need to put more God in our children and stop putting ourselves in them. Do you hear me, my people? Stop putting your messed up self in your child. Give them more God. And we'll start avoiding this kind of stuff. Say, man, y'all hit that like, comment, subscribe, pass this information on. Y'all, we got to do better. And again, make this make sense to me. Please. Frisco, really? Yo, deuces, y'all be blessed to the next, man. I see y'all. Make it make sense. Man. Cheese, Monetti. Make it make sense.